Hi, let's gain an understanding of the agency-fiduciary relationship.
Fiduciary relationships. Dealing at arm's length. A fiduciary is someone who acts in a special position of trust and confidence. Buyers and sellers are said to engage in an arm's length transaction, each party acting only to the benefit of themselves. Caveat emptor. When working in an arm's length transaction, caveat emptor often applies, meaning Latin for let buyer beware. However, the reality is that with or without an agent involved, the seller is still bound to specific duties of property condition disclosures. Yet, also without an agent involved, these disclosures are often missed. Negotiating and navigating the complexities of a real estate transaction without someone to guide the buyer or seller through the transaction can actually become a disadvantage. However, engaging an agent and bringing the agent in as a fiduciary, creating a relationship of trust where the agent acts to the sole benefit of the other, into the negotiations, the buyer or seller now has someone to rely on who is in a special position of trust and confidence, the fiduciary relationship. Dual agency. Acting as a fiduciary agent requires being completely loyal to the principal. This makes it impossible to be a fiduciary to both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. Trying to act as a fiduciary for both the buyer and seller is referred to as a dual agent. Dual agency is also created if different real estate licensees under the same broker acts in a fiduciary capacity for buyers and sellers in the same transaction. This is because it is the broker that is actually in the fiduciary relationship. The real estate licensees working under the broker are considered subagents of the broker. Dual agency diagram 1. This shows that a licensee working under the direction of a broker is in a dual relationship when working with a buyer and a seller as a fiduciary in the same transaction. Dual agency diagram 2. This shows that even when two different agents are working with the buyer and the seller, if those agents are under the same broker, a dual agency is created. Remember, it is the broker that establishes the fiduciary relationship. Subagency. The licensee, who is a general agent of the broker, acts as a subagent when interacting with the broker's principal, mirroring the exact relationship the broker has established with the principal. A subagent is delegated authority by the original principal, which in this case is the broker, to act on the principal's behalf, i.e. the broker's behalf. The broker is the agent of the property owner. Property owner is the principal of the broker. The sales or broker associate is the agent of the broker. The broker is the principal of the sales or the broker associate. The sales or broker associate is the sub-agent of the broker to the property owner. The same sub-agency applies when working with buyers or tenants. Because licensees are sub-agents of the broker, any action that a licensee takes, the broker may be held legally liable. Client or customer. When working with the public, it is important that licensees have clearly defined roles. Does the interaction warrant duties such as those between an agent and a principal, known more commonly as a client? Or is the interaction limited to being with someone who is a mere customer with no duties owed?